Hi everyone, welcome back to Catherine's Plates. I told y'all it's going to be a busy month full of delicious ideas for Christmas time. Today is no different. I'm bringing you old-fashioned Divinity candy. It is a classic treat for Christmas time. Before we get to the good stuff, you got to make sure you have everything ready that you're going to need to make this candy. It's very crucial because once you start, you can't stop, okay? You cannot start measuring things. You got to keep going. I'm going to show you the equipment you're going to need, and it's simple stuff. And then I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to measure out and have ready. There's only 6 ingredients plus whatever you want to top your Divinity with. All right, without further ado, let's go to the back. Let me show you everything. And then I'm going to start because I cannot stop. You're going to need a stand mixer with a whisk attachment, which I have right here. Now you can also use an electric hand mixer if you want. It's just going to take a little more work with that and using some arm flex for it. You're going to need a medium saucepan, preferably one that's kind of heavy bottomed. And then you're going to need a candy thermometer. If you don't have a candy thermometer, you can use a regular kitchen thermometer. You'll just be checking your mixture a lot more. This way you can keep an eye on where the heat level is on your mixture. You're going to need some sheet pans. I've got 2 of them here. They're pretty large size, and I just covered them with some parchment paper. You can use a cookie scoop, but about 1.5 inch, or you're going to use 2 large spoons, and that will help you make the candy shapes. You're going to need a pastry brush and just a little thing of water. Now this is everything that you need to have ready. Now we're going to go over the ingredients. Okay, welcome to my baking shop. I'm just kidding. I don't have a baking shop in my kitchen. We're going to measure out 2 cups of white granulated sugar. Now instead of putting it into a separate bowl or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and just put it in my medium saucepan. That way it's ready, because that's the first ingredient that we're going to be cooking. So I'm going to measure out 2 cups. Woo! Who doesn't love candy? 1 and 2. There we go. The next ingredient you're going to have measured out light corn syrup. You want to make sure that it's clear and not the dark stuff, because that'll make your candy look dark, and we don't want that. Now I'm using my fancy dancy little tool here to measure out. That way I can push this up and it'll get everything out of the cup here. If you're going to use a separate measuring cup, I would spray the inside of it with some nonstick cooking spray. That'll help that syrup get out. There we go. We got that measured out. We're going to need 1/2 cup of very cold water. Now I pulled that out of the refrigerator. We're going to measure out 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we need to separate 2 eggs, because we need 2 egg whites. Now, try to bring these to room temperature if you can. I'm just going to crack it on the edge. We're going to split the egg in half, as much as you can. And go back and forth to get all the yolk out. I'll tell you, the eggs that we've been getting lately have been very thin. All right, just crack it, split it in half, hold that yolk in there, let all the white go into your dish here, and then you can go back and forth and let the edges of the eggshell break that white off of the yolk, just like that. Hope y'all can see that pretty good. And then we're done. There's our 2 egg whites. You want to make sure there are no yolks in there, or it'll be very hard to make your meringue that we're going to be using. Now to top your Divinity at the end, I'm going to be using pecan halves, or you can use chopped pecans, or you can use sprinkles, or other types of candy to put on top. Did you know that Divinity works well with less humidity? I got up very early this morning because we live in Southeast Texas, but it was chilly this morning, like 40 degrees. So I'm hoping that's a great temperature to have outside, less humidity on the inside, so that'll really help set up our Divinity. So just check your weather when you want to make Divinity. Okay, let's get started. Remember, in that medium saucepan, I put in 2 cups of white granulated sugar. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach my candy thermometer to the pan. You can adjust it on the back side. You don't want it to touch the bottom of your pan. So you want it about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. Now we got our sugar in. We're going to add in our corn syrup, which was 1/2 cup, right into the sugar. See how it just comes right out? I'm going to get a knife and just scrape that off. Because, you know, that's candy right there. You don't want to leave any of that behind. And then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of cold water. We're going to put it on a medium heat. Now what we're going to do is allow this to heat up. We'll stir this around. Get it nice and mixed up. We'll keep an eye on our thermometer here. We're looking to get to the hard ball stage, which is 250 to 260. And what you want to have ready, a little small bowl of water. Let me move my vanilla out of the way. And pastry brush. And that's a very important step, because you do not want crystals forming on your pot and going right into your candy. It'll be a crunchy candy. You don't want that. And what you want to do is take your pastry brush with the water on it and just go along the edges. That's where we're at right now on the candy thermometer. I'm going to go ahead and add my egg whites that we have right here that we already split. Go ahead and put them into our stand mixer and get those ready to go. Takes about 5-6 minutes to get these into a hard peak. Okay, we're going to beat our egg whites until we get to a solid peak on them. So I'm going to turn my stand mixer all the way over to a 10 and let that do its job. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Our liquid sugar mixture is almost to the hardball stage. Probably have 1 more minute. Make sure you keep stirring because it's going to stick to the bottom there. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that, but we've reached the hardball stage. So we're going to turn it off. We're going to take our thermometer off the pan. Turn my mixer back on to the full setting, as high as we can go, and then we're going to drizzle in our sugar mixture. We're going to add in our 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then we're going to let this mix for 10 to 15 minutes until the candy holds its shape. Okay, that looks really good in there. I'm going to lift this up and pull out my whisk attachment. You want to work quick with this candy because it's going to set up very fast. I'm going to take some cooking spray. I'm going to spray my 1.5 inch cookie scoop over the sink. That way I don't get it on everything. Get it nice and coated. Then I'm going to go in. I've got my pan already ready with the parchment paper, so we're going to go in like that much. We're going to place it on our pan and scoop it out. Now, as we're doing that, I'm going to take a pecan half that I have over here. I'm going to place it right on the center and then just kind of push down. Woo, doesn't that look pretty? All right, I'm going to keep doing this. And use the pecan, push it down. There we go. Now if you need help, you can get a spoon. Just make sure that you keep moving quick on these. They definitely look like they have a marshmallow, nougat, kind of fudgy texture, but very light. Here they are. That's how much it made. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, 25, 26. Made 27 of these beautiful, delicious Divinity and old-fashioned Christmas candy. They're not ready to eat yet. Now it's going to take several hours at least to set up, dry out, and be a delicious Divinity candy. So I'll be back. I'm going to give this a try for you. There's my old-fashioned Divinity candy. Look how that turned out. I'll let these dry out for several hours. I'm going to give one a try for you. Who remembers these? They're kind of nougaty, marshmallowy. That's on the inside. And kind of cool and light on the outside. There's my bite. What is Christmas without some Divinity? We did it. You can too. Okay, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. Make sure that you comment down below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. All right, you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.